Since Kipton's passing, and since Kipchoge has not seemed so invincible, I must admit, I've lost track of who's the big guns are.
Yes, I agree.
I just can't.
I totally agree.
Which is good. Maybe that's a good thing for the sport.
Yeah, I think, if anything, it just shows you that actually there are so many at this level, and we've kind of unleashed it, and off we go, and everyone's like, yeah, I can do this. And it's a nod to maybe a bit of sports psychology, the technology that we have got in the sport now, training smarter, eating smarter, recovering smarter, all of those things that are progressing. But yeah, I think that, again, that sense of inevitability was with Kipchoge, wasn't it? It was, he's the one that's broken 2 hours. Like,
he's invincible.
It is him, yeah. And he's the
chosen one.
He is it. Yeah. He is the man that was going to do it. And I think that since we've kind of seen him as human, others have come through, and it's not blurred the lines between that kind of standout performer, but it's just showed us that actually there are so many behind the scenes that are at this level, and we do see the top 0.001% breaking these records, but there are so many building towards that, and there are so many that have the potential to do that. And I think it is great for the sport. Everyone loves someone that is the favourite. Everyone loves a favourite, and everyone loves an underdog. But the fact that we don't necessarily have one at the moment just shows it's only good. It only means the sport is growing, and that's only positive.
Yeah, I think on the men's side, one athlete I'm really excited to step up to the marathon at some point is Jacob Kiplimo, the Ugandan. I think he has proven his track record over the half marathon, and I think he could be a serious danger to that 2-hour barrier at some point in his career, because he's got the track pedigree as well, which I think is important.
Yeah, I think people will look at the marathon, and I think it's so individualised. People will underestimate the impact of individual physiology. But I think that, yeah, people will look at the marathon and go, well, it's road, it's that long, there are no parallels.
Right, let's talk about the women's side. Obviously, there was, incredible.
Where do you even start with that?
Where do you even start with that? I mean, we'll get on to the specifics around the performance in a moment and the way that it's transcended the sport just from that one performance alone. But I don't think we've seen a performance rock the athletics world in terms of the media and the buzz around the sport, positive and some negative, since I would say it was far, far, far surpassed Kipton's run.
Yeah.
And I honestly think since Kipchoge ran the sub-2 in Vienna.
I think that is the only thing that springs to mind is when Kipchoge proved that we could do it. And obviously, we manufactured that within an inch of its life. Like, people looked at it and thought, like, there was drafting, there was shoes, everything that could possibly be
They even changed the camera of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even everything that could be possibly controlled to be perfect was made perfect for that. Sub 210 didn't really cross people's minds that much on the women's side. People didn't really think about that. And I think, like, the fact that it was not quite at the forefront, it's probably wearing away in the back of a lot of athletics fans' minds. Yeah. But no one was thinking, this is a day 210's going to fall.
Well, she said on the press conference that, to be fair, it was, I think, and guys, if you're watching this, quote me if I'm wrong, because again, like, this is me holding my hands up. The marathon scene, I've fallen off the wagon a little bit the last year or so, where a lot of the leading athletes from Africa, I just don't know a lot about them. I haven't done my due diligence on research. You asked me about the track scene, I'm there, because I'm at the Diamond League, I'm in.
You have no choice.
But the roads, I'm more of a fan for the marathons. I just watch it and enjoy it, so I'm a little bit off of it. But I do remember the day before the Chicago Marathon, the women's press conference, I don't know if it was her or the athlete from On who went with the pace. Again, can't tell you the name off the top of my head.
No.
Who said, I want 64.30 halfway. And that was like, right, so we're going 2.9 or 2.9 and bits. So it was like, they are attacking this world record. It's not like they've just turned up on the day and been like, oh, I feel good, I've had a good carb load.
Yes. Yeah.
They're like, I'm going into this race, sub 2:10. Absolutely
crazy.
Mental.
Yeah, I think that has blown away athletics fans and like marathon fans, because
loads of people have quit.
I mean, who can blame them? Like, I think, even as a fan, I'm a pretty avid fan myself. Like, again, I'd agree with you with the marathon. Like, track has taken such precedence this year with so many championships, with such an intense Diamond League circuit. We've kind of had no choice but to forget about road for a while. And I think that's probably why. So, 210 wasn't on my radar. It wasn't there. I was thinking like, oh, we could get some good performance out of Chicago. I'll be interested to see what happens. And then bang, world record, 2:09.56. What the hell happened there? That's crazy.
So I was out and about because it was mid-afternoon UK time. Mm-hmm. So I was out and about and coming in from my long run. It had started, I think it was like an hour in. So then I was like, oh, I'll wait till halfway split and then I'll put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Then I popped out of the room and I come back and I was like, oh, I missed the halfway split. And then I went on the tracking app to see, what pace they're on for. And I was like, it was like 2:08 something. And I'm like, hey. And then I go on Instagram and Trackstaa have posted that she went through 5K in 15 flat, I think it was.
It's crazy.
Which is, I don't know. I don't have the numbers right now, but it was crazy fast. And our group chat, my club group chat was blowing up. And I don't know, part of me was like, this might sound really harsh because I love when people do really well. Yeah. But part of me was like, nah, she ain't going to hold that. She ain't going to hold that. That ain't possible. That's not possible. Yeah. You've got to slow down. Like, for my own sake. Yeah. I was like, no, you will slow down. I'm at the telly like, you will slow down.
Help me feel better.
And I'm like, 15K to go. Nah, she'll pop soon. Yeah. 10K to go. Nah, definitely. Nah, trust me. I know how hard that last bit is.
Been there, done it.
It's well hard. And then she didn't. And incredible. But one question I want to ask you, Rosie, and do you know what? This is any topic we talk about on the show. I don't want you to feel obliged to answer in a way or have an opinion based off of my very obvious opinion of something, because I'm very passionate about certain things and how they are. But how do you feel about an athlete winning a major marathon, the world record, and getting paced by two pacemakers, or pacers as they're called now, very, very far into the field, to the point where I think she had a pacer few K to go, like less than 5K to go. How do you feel about that?
That's a difficult one, because I think, as the debate is throughout athletics, I think I have that debate with myself, and I think I look at it and think, well, she's still done it.
Yeah, agreed.
How different is it to having a competitor there with you? Yeah. Like, if second place can hold on that long, then great. Like, it is a similar impact. Obviously, psychologically that's a pacer, and that's maybe something that you could maybe look at and think, well, is there a psych advantage there, and how's that going to influence you? But I think sometimes it depends on the setup. And we've talked about Kipchoge, the setup of his pacers.
Yeah. Like,
how influential that was. A very different ballgame here. And I think, honestly, I don't think there's a right and wrong answer for me personally. I think if your organisers are going to allow it, take advantage.
Agreed. I do agree with that point. You're so bang on there. If organisers are going to allow it, if the things are there to help you succeed, then by all means. Last bit on pacers is we are actually now seeing it further down in the field. I'm seeing there's a few tactical ploys being made by a few athletes, not saying who, but if you're chasing qualification marks, I'm seeing they're not necessarily an official pacer.
Yeah.
So, like, you could enter a marathon and pace me, and you're entered.
Yes.
So,
I'm doing you a favour, essentially.
Yeah, you're basically doing me a favour. Breaking the wind, getting my drinks, doing, whatever, which, I don't know, that element takes a bit of for me, it takes a little bit of the authenticity of athletics out and the marathon out. I don't know, like, I've always seen marathon running as like a solo sport, and it's you against the mileage, it's you against the road. But now it's becoming, I don't know, it's way more orchestrated than it used to be.
Almost, I think, again, from Kipchoge, we've learned that we can manufacture things.
Yeah.
And I think, again, people are taking advantage of that. And part of me agrees with you. I think a marathon is the reason marathons are held in such high esteem in the running population, whether you look professionally or not, is because they are a graft. Like, it is an incredible feat to do a marathon. Like, there's a reason why it's not something that everybody achieves.